Imagine waking up in a world where you no longer need food. No hunger, no cooking, no farming, just sunlight. You step outside, stretch your arms, and feel your skin absorbing energy straight from the sky. You are human, but with a twist. You can photosynthesize. It sounds like paradise, right? A clean, green, self-sustaining version of life. But as with most perfect ideas, there's a dark side. To understand what that means, let's start with how plants do it. Photosynthesis is the process that lets plants turn sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water into energy. In simple terms, light plus air plus water and food. Inside each plant cell are tiny green factories called chloroplasts. They contain chlorophyll, the pigment that captures sunlight. This energy is used to turn carbon dioxide and water into glucose, which fuels growth. Oxygen is released as a byproduct, which is why we can breathe. Now imagine having those chloroplasts inside your own skin cells. You could stand in the sun and generate energy instead of eating breakfast. Let's say scientists somehow managed to modify human cells to contain chloroplasts. They'd need to insert plant genes into our DNA, the ones that manage photosynthesis. That's already been done in some lab experiments on single-celled organisms, but not on anything as complex as us. The first challenge? Surface area. Plants have broad leaves for a reason. They need as much sunlight as possible. Humans, on the other hand, have very little exposed skin. Even if your entire body could photosynthesize like a leaf, you'd only generate about 10-20 calories per day, not nearly enough to survive. To make it work, humans would have to drastically change shape, maybe developing green leaf-like skin or wide, flat limbs to capture more sunlight. Evolution would turn us into part human, part plant hybrids. Adding photosynthesis genes to humans isn't as simple as it sounds. Our immune system would likely reject foreign chloroplasts. To make them work, we'd need to engineer a whole new layer of biology, maybe even merge human cells with plant organelles. That would rewrite what it means to be human. There's another issue: oxygen toxicity. During photosynthesis, oxygen is released inside cells, and too much oxygen can damage DNA and proteins. In humans, that could accelerate aging or cause mutations. Ironically, the more we used sunlight for energy, the faster our cells might break down. Let's assume, for the sake of imagination, that the genetic problems are solved. Now you can feed on light. You step outside at dawn and feel warmth turn into energy. You still need water, but food becomes optional. At first, society celebrates it. Hunger disappears. Famine ends. But slowly, problems emerge. Night becomes starvation. Without sunlight, your body starts running out of energy. You feel weak, desperate for morning light. Cloudy days drain you. People begin competing for sunny spots. Rooftops, open fields, beaches. Shade becomes dangerous. And that's just the beginning. If humans could photosynthesize, food industries would collapse. Agriculture, livestock, fishing, gone. That might sound good for the planet, but it would destabilize ecosystems built around human activity. Billions of people who rely on food production for jobs would lose their livelihoods. On the other hand, carbon dioxide levels might drop as billions of humans start absorbing it instead of producing it. Earth would get greener, literally. We'd become walking forests, a new hybrid species transforming the atmosphere. But evolution always demands a price. Photosynthesis is slow. To absorb enough sunlight for survival, humans might need to bask for 10-12 hours a day, motionless. We'd be easy prey for predators. Our metabolism would slow down. Our muscles would atrophy. Essentially, we'd trade intelligence and mobility for energy independence. And sunlight itself isn't always a friend. Prolonged exposure to ultraviolet radiation damages DNA, causing cancer and cellular decay. For a photosynthetic human, that risk would multiply. Your skin would constantly be under stress, balancing between energy intake and self-destruction. Too little sunlight, you starve. Too much sunlight, you burn. From the inside out. Human identity is built around food. Meals mark celebrations, comfort, and culture. If sunlight replaced eating, society would change emotionally too. No shared dinners, no cooking, no flavors, smells, or warmth from fire. Would life still feel human without hunger and taste? Or would we become detached, emotionless beings, efficient but empty? Interestingly, some scientists are already exploring ways to borrow from photosynthesis, not for food but for energy production. They're studying artificial chloroplasts that can live inside human cells to create sustainable energy for organs or even regenerate tissues. So while a fully photosynthetic human is unlikely, the idea of using sunlight to heal or extend life might not be far away. In a way, our future may include a hint of green. If humans could photosynthesize, we might end world hunger. But at the cost of our humanity, we'd live between two worlds, one of light and one of shadow. Nature's most elegant energy system would become our greatest burden. Sometimes the things we envy in nature work perfectly only because they're not human. So maybe it's better that we eat our food and let the plants handle the sunlight.